So there are literally people calling the 30th anniversary set for the cards that have just been released, they're calling it trash. And I personally don't know how you can call something trash when you haven't even seen it yet. The cards online don't do it justice. I'm sure it's going to be just as good as the previous anniversary sets. And based on the charts, it's probably going to do just as well as the previous sets. So for those of you calling it trash, I'm going to give you a recommendation. I want you to hold true to your decision and don't buy it. Leave it for the rest of everybody else that wants the set, that wants to collect the cards. I'm sure that when some investor or some YouTuber says, oh my gosh, these cards are amazing, I'm sure you're going to jump on the bandwagon. But hey, guess what? You already made the decision to call the set trash. So why don't you hold true to your decision? So, hey everybody, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Stefan. I run KhaosCard.com, where we focus on Japanese booster boxes. And I'm personally super excited about the 30th. I'm for sure going to have cards in Japanese around the 30th. I'm going to try to acquire those, get those on my website so I can sell them to you guys at a decent price. But anyway, we're going to go through some of the cards today on the tabs that I have open in PokeBeach. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards. All right, so we're on PokeBeach.com, and I get a lot of the information. I think PokeBeach is a great place to find all the information you want to know about the 30th anniversary. So I have some tabs open here, some of the products that are going to be released. You can expect me to have on my website a lot of these products because I focus mainly in Japanese products. So the first one is this futuristic box. So it's going to release at 27,500 yen, which is about $171. I don't know what that's going to look like on my end in terms of pricing, but obviously you have to tack on tariffs and fees and all that kind of stuff. So I personally think the futuristic box is pretty cool. It has like a playmat, some promos, some sleeves, a deck box, some dice, some coins and stuff like that. I think the box itself will be pretty cool. I don't know. I'm not really a big fan of the energies on the box, but either way, I still think it's a pretty cool box. Japanese cards, or the Japanese Pokemon product, is a lot better than English, I think, personally, just by the design and a lot of the stuff that goes along with their products. So this box does come with those two Pikachu cards here, and looks like it's got quite a bit of cool pattern. Hopefully this Pikachu stands out. I personally am not I'm not against Pikachu, but let's see if I can get out of this. I don't know why it's not. There we go. I like Pikachu, but like it's not my favorite Pokemon. So people that love Pikachu will be all over this box, I'm sure. So this other one is going to be 6,200 yen, and it's going to come with an Espeon and an Umbreon card. I think they could have done, I know it's the 30th anniversary, so a lot of the cards are going to be around that theme. I personally don't like the little fireworks, the little 30th in the background, but I can't control that. But I still like the cards overall as a picture, like an illustration of Espeon and Umbreon, how they're both kind of looking at Eevee. What they evolved from, which is kind of cool. And then I was a little disappointed to see this, but I thought they were going to continue the tradition of the Japanese stamp. I think that the 25th anniversary stamp was a lot better than this one. I was hoping they would keep it the same, but it looks like they changed it. Again, can't control that, but on this page as well, you can go to PokeBeach.com. They're going to have a lot of the cards associated with the 30th. I watched a podcast today. It says that there's going to be maybe like 100, 150, 200 cards maybe. I'm not 100% sure what that's going to look like, but hopefully it's a lot of cards in the set. I'm really excited about some of the cards that are going to be released. So we have the Classic Collection. These are likely to be revealed, so not for sure yet, but some of the ones that are like the Shining Celebi or the Crystal Lugia, gosh, I would love to see those in the set. And then the Scizor, I have a buddy that loves Scizor, so I'm sure he's excited about that. Palkia, Gengar is going to be a favorite. Also have a friend that's a big fan of the N cards, so super cool. And I think this would be pretty cool to have like the extended art, half art cards. This would be pretty sweet on our end to get those as well. So we got Zacian, Raikou, a lot of those other ones. Seems like this card has been spiking in price. The original one from Tag Team or Team Up, not 100% sure which set that's from. But this one's been spiking quite a bit because of the reveal with this. And then I don't know if this is not really a classic collection. It just came out like a couple years ago. So still a cool card. I love the Gyarados in the background. When I first saw the card, I actually have a Japanese copy of it. I like that they featured Gyarados in this card. Makes it that much better. So, but I'm sure the people that said this set is trash, once they see these cards that are coming out with it, hopefully they include that in the set. They're going to completely change their mind. But like I said, if you think it is trash, do not buy it. Leave it for the people that want to get it, right? So like I said, I'm going to have some Japanese versions of this product here. The booster is pretty cool. I know it's going to have, there's going to be, I think, 30 different Pikachu cards. One's going to be revealed in every single pack. So you're going to have, I think there's 5 cards total. There's 4 of random cards, and then there's going to be 1 Pikachu per pack. So that's kind of cool for those Pikachu lovers out there. And then we got some of the heavy hitters. So like, man, this gold border, this like, I think it looks like kind of like a, I don't know, got some stars in there. I think this thing's going to pop. If they do anything like this, it looks like he's got some texture on his body and then on the flame as well. That'd be super sick to have this card. Let's see this one. This one looks kind of basic. You got a gold border here. Let's see. So here's some of the Pikachu cards. People are either love or hate this Pikachu card. Those cheeks just looks like a chubby Pikachu. Looks like my son trying to squish his head through those bars. But these are pretty cool. Hopefully these textured ones stand out with the 30th on the background there. It's kind of like a glitter explosion type background. Super cool. And then, like I said, with these futuristic cards, people will either love them or hate them. So I think if they texture the card and make the Mew and Mewtwo pop, I think that's going to be really desirable for fans of Mew and Mewtwo. If they make it just like an IR, this is a new rarity. I don't know what rarity it is. What is it called? A futuristic rare. So new rarity, kind of cool. And then some of these full art cards. You got the Umbreon. I love Pokemon cards with like sleeping Pokemon. I think it's just so, what's the word? Anyway, just moving on. Lapras, got to have this one. It's got Psyduck in the background and Spheal. And then Zorora, awesome card here. And then Lycanroc, pretty cool. Oh man, I got excited there. I saw an ad, gosh, Etsy throwing down some nude pictures on my Poke Beach. So Espeon, Umbreon, there's those two here, and then the futuristic there. Some sets that are coming out. I'm super excited for the Storm Emeralda with the Mega Rayquaza or Rayquaza, however you want to call it. July 31st. I think the box artwork. Let's actually look at the box artwork here. Let's see. Let's see if we can find this box. I saw this full art card, which was pretty cool. It's just a fan art, but I think this would go absolutely crazy if there's something similar to that. Let's type in booster box. Let's see. All right, here's what I'm looking at here. Let's move my ugly face out of the way. So this box here, I would be super pumped to have this because I think this is a super cool art. I have a couple boxes over here that I threw in the little peanut butter and jelly containers. I'm going to keep those safe and sound, but there's some pretty cool like fan art type cards that were released. Oh, looks like, yeah. So a lot of hype around this set too. I think it's going to be a great set to add to anybody's edition, whether you want to master set it or just pull some cards from it. But anyway, hope you guys are doing well. That's it for me today. And just a reminder, if you don't want the 30th, do not buy it. Anyway, take it easy, guys. We'll see you later.